What up, Jules? We recording? Stizzy.
Hey!
And we're back.
Damn. I was thinking the other day, like, yo, should we stop the the fake? Like, we've been together for like an hour now. So I saw you,
this
bro.
time,
I saw you. I've seen you.
We've literally had times. The last one might be one of them where I've literally walked in. I was like, yo, dog, I'm on a strict schedule. Let's bang this shit out. I sat down and come on, we ain't faking the fun.
The times that you got me out of bed and I literally crawled from the bed into the
These are true facts. Yo, Stiz, let's get into it, yo.
Yes, man. R. Kelly is a fucking perv.
Nah. We'll get into that shit later.
Oh, wait. So you want to get into the real shit?
Let's get into real stuff.
Did Jay-Z smash Aaliyah?
Whoa. That's crazy. We'll touch on some stuff.
All
Pause.
right, so that's not it?
Later in the episode.
Okay.
Matty and Nick get canceled.
Oh, say it ain't so.
You're fired.
Yeah,
Even though it was called Matty and Nick, there was 3 voices on the show.
You're all fired.
The third being the producer of Matty and Nick.
Yes.
My friend here, Stiz Grimy.
Make some noise. Yeah.
Make some noise for Stiz Grimy. And the run Matty and Nick had.
Yeah, man. 2 years.
Good run.
2 years, which if you talk to radio people, they'll tell you, or at least I've heard, I don't know, maybe they were all lying to me to make me feel better.
Right.
But like, yo, if a show is garbage, if it's fucking basura, you're getting like
Basura.
6 to 8 months.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the fact that, we went 2 years, I think speaks for itself. You know what I mean? So
The crazy thing is, like, as a listener too, like, I felt like you guys have found your
literally
your
so
stride. Like, I don't know.
You texted
have you been
me
hearing
that.
people say
you
that?
You texted me that a month ago
That was
about
couple
something
months
like
ago,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you were like, "Yo, bro, like I've been listening." Cause Snuck always showed support, and he would be listening. Like I used to love getting a text during the middle of the show of you commenting on like what we were talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I knew like, oh shit, he's in the car listening. That was always a dope.
Stiz would always tell me call in, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to. That's
He
his
called in
thing,
a couple times
Called
though.
in
That
once,
was
yeah.
fun. What was I saying?
Go home.
The how they had finally,
Oh yeah,
you guys
so, yeah, you
as
said
a
that.
group,
Yeah,
all
some
3
people,
of you.
Yeah, other people had definitely said that. Like, yo, it was. Oh, bro, we would get those calls all the time,
Right.
and they would start, "Hey, Jimmy from Waltham, what's up? Oh, you guys really like. I thought you sucked when
you
you
used
first
to-
came
yeah,
around.
I heard a couple of
but
those.
like now you're all right. Like I
Right.
kind of rock with you. Like we would get those all
I
the
don't know.
time.
You guys kind of grew on me, I guess.
Yeah, Boston hates change, no matter
that's
what,
true.
right? So Boston hates change. So when they moved Carrie from the afternoon slots to put Matty and Nick in, people were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, Boston hates change just regardless, and it's just a tough city.
Right.
It's just a tough city.
And me as I'm not rock and roll is not my my lane.
But I would consider you the same as me. Like
Right.
you can appreciate that. You like
Right.
some of it. It's just not your main genre.
It's not my thing,
Yeah.
and especially to go to a channel that just kind of just plays the music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially that time of day, you kind of like you click on things to hear that drive time content.
Yeah.
Not necessarily they don't got to be skits, but people talking about what's going on and stuff. And
That honestly, dog, that's why I became a fan of the Hillman Morning Show, to be quite
Right.
honest, because
Right.
as a
they don't even play music, right?
no, they don't.
They don't ever play
exactly. And as a
That's what
as
you want to
a-
hear when you're
ex-
driving into work. And
I got to a point in my driving in my car career that I got tired of hearing music,
Right,
and
right,
especially
yeah.
the same music, because you
Right.
tend to, just play what you like.
Right.
So I was craving something new,
Right.
Talking about culture, like what was going
Right.
on, and that's how I found the Hillman Morning Show, because I was doing construction at the time, and
Right.
like,
And it's
they
also
were just talking
it's
about
updated
news
every day, like,
Yeah,
what's going on that morning.
It's a talk
Yeah.
show. It's basically a talk show. Yeah.
That's what gets ratings. Like things, I don't know, like just forcing music into some shows is, I was trying to tell you that before when I first got hip to Matty and Nick. I was like, I end up changing it when the music comes on.
Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of
And,
people did. But the other thing we got to understand too is that this was WAAF.
Right.
And so WAAFs, I think, do they have a lot of people like you and I who probably would have been listening to jamming music or stuff like that? Yeah, of course. But they also have like a 50-year-old guy named Fred who drives a truck,
Right.
and loves that music. You know what I mean? So
Right. But it's also 2019 and nobody's going to the radio to hear the song that they want to hear. they're gonna play it on their phone if they want to hear it, especially that time of day. You're going to hear, like you said, content.
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, gun to my head, do I think maybe that there are more people who think that way, that are like us, that would rather hear talk and like content like that as opposed to music? Yeah, maybe. I would imagine. But there certainly are the other ones who do want the music.
So I literally read comments like that under Matty's
of course.
things that were like, hey, we come here to check for Matty and Nick. If I wanted to hear Nirvana's Rate Me for the 1,000th time, I would just hit play on my phone, like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Just as an example.
Of course. But, you know, for that guy, then you have the other guy too that loved fucking, you know, that music again. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is.
In your opinion, what, I don't know, went wrong, or what did you know this was coming, or
we kind of
blindsided, or
no? Their contracts were up. Their contracts were up, and so they.
So when you say they, you mean Matty
and Nick as a show, yeah, Matty and Nick. Like
you're a separate entity.
They gave them 2 years.
Stiz Grimy is a separate entity as a producer.
My name wasn't on the show. Name wasn't on the show, and it's not like the Matty and Nick show didn't have one contract, but they each had contracts. It was for 2 years. And that 2 years was up. And so a decision needed to be made, are we going to keep this show and keep going or not, and try to do something different? And the company decided to not renew their contract.
Go home.
You know? And at the end of the day, like, does it suck? Absolutely. Like, am I, sad and all that stuff? Absolutely. Like, I loved Matty and Nick, like, real talk.
Yeah.
But radio is a business just like any other business. You know what I mean? You spend money to create a product in the hopes that you will make, whatever it costs to make that product, and then some. The return on the investment.
Right.
And the numbers just weren't the best. And we knew that. You know what I mean? Like, there were times,
right? Because you get the quarterly reports.
They come out quarterly. Like, we didn't know every single one all the time. You know what I mean? But like in the past year, with meetings that we were having with management, it was like, our numbers were, sometimes we would go, like, we would have weeks where we were going up, bro, trending up, and it's like, okay, things are looking great. And then the next time now you're going down. You know what I mean? So it was like up and down and up and down. So like, I knew a decision was going to be made one way or the other, and it was like, I was thinking, like, I kind of won't be surprised if they, decide to not renew it.
Right.
And, if they do renew it, I understand, like, it is what it is.
How's that work at a radio station? Do they call security on you and walk you to the door?
Yeah, actually, they sent LB. He picked me up and literally fucking threw me out.
LB tossed you out the fucking door like Uncle Phil.
Yo,
like Uncle Phil with fucking this guy.
With Will, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jazzy Jeff. Oh yeah, hell yeah, that was so fun.
The fuck out of here, kid.
Shout out to LB too, who had a cancer scare and is now back to work. He was out for a few weeks.
I just heard about that like the other day.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to LB.
Yeah, LB's the man.
Strong.
So
man.
It's Friday. You get the news. What is there, like a meeting that goes on?
Yeah. They had a meeting.
Is it just peace? We'll see you later.
Bro,
or
listen.
is it like
everyone there. I couldn't say anything bad about anyone there. It was all professional and unfortunately.
But is it goodbye forever? Is there possibilities for other things? I don't think so.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically right now, I'm taking a little bit to figure out what I want to do. You know what I mean? Right. Like what I want to do moving forward, because there's just I just don't know.
Yeah.
There could be things in that company that I might be able to do.
Right.
I've been fortunate enough to the time that I've been in radio for like the 3.5 years or whatever it's been, almost 4. I made a lot of friends. You know what I mean? Like I've got cool with a bunch of people who have since left that company and are now with different stations.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I truly believe, and I mean this, right? I truly believe. I think everything will work out for the best. I really do.
Good.
Do. And especially too, like, for people who know me and like legit like follow me and know my backstory.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in, like, as long as I'm doing the right thing, I'll be all right.
You'll be straight. You're still grimy.
Yeah. Things seem to kind of like fall into place when when I'm not doing drugs. Go figure.
Right. And Stuck on Stuff don't stop. The show must go on.
Hell yeah. I mean, I loved from day one, bro. From day one, like I loved what I was doing with Matty and Nick, but I also wanted to do some like at the end of the day, like that wasn't my show.
Yeah,
but God bless Matty and Nick because they truly took me in and allowed me to contribute so fucking much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point where most people probably would think like, Stiz is part of that show.
Right.
Like he is a third mic.
Yeah.
Even though that doesn't necessarily have to be a producer's role.
Right.
There are some producers that legit just press buttons. They don't say shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They allowed me.
That's usually up to the on-air guys.
Yeah.
Which means they
I
wanted
think for the
you
most part,
on the shit.
it's the chemistry. And me and those guys definitely had a chemistry. Like we became mad close. You know what I mean? We went out to Vegas, out to Cali, like, we were definitely close.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say too is that I don't think that the Matty and Nick show, not getting renewed, I do not think that speaks to the talents of Matty and Nick.
Nah,
do you know what I mean?
Nah, they're both super talented.
I think,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that,
That's
maybe
just about this. It's about. It comes down to numbers.
Numbers. It really does come. But then why weren't you getting fucking ratings? Because you suck.
Right.
Well, it's not necessarily that either.
So you've explained this thing to me about
how
is it called a
ratings
meter? Is it called a meter? What do you guys call it?
The
thing that goes in
there's
people's
meters.
cars.
There's meters. So
Because I don't believe that this is.
It's the
true.
same.
I
It's
just
the
don't
same.
believe it.
Well, this is true. This is how ratings are got or whatever. So
This is how ratings are got, folks.
hashtag how ratings are got.
Yeah.
Nielsen, the same company.
Nielsen.
Yeah, they do rap numbers. How many album sales in a week? What
are these things that you?
So back in the day, what they used to
GPSs
do,
they put on your car,
pretty much. Back in the day, they used to give you. They would go door to door, or be at a mall or something, and they would have these little like paper diaries, and they would say, "Hey, can you fill this out?" And when you opened it, it said. What are the presets? What do you set your presets to in the car? What stations do you listen to? What time do you listen to them? What time does this happen? And it was all you would fill it out by, and they did it to anybody that they could get their hands onto, right? And then they would tally all that shit up, and then that's how ratings were handed out. Now what they do is for all of New England. Oh no, maybe not New England, for all of Boston. But you got to understand that Boston isn't just Boston. Like the Boston market, there's some in the Boston market.
They'll throw in Providence,
Southern New
sometimes.
Hampshire.
Right.
There's parts of Southern New Hampshire that are Boston.
That count
market.
as a Boston number.
All west of Boston, Springfield, Worcester, fucking Holyoke. I don't know where these things are geographically, but it's a big fucking circle.
So I know how that part of this shit works. I want to know about this weird ass fucking thing
for
and who
all
gets
of
these
that,
things.
For all of that fucking circle, which is huge. 1,500 people in that circle get these things that are called meters. And it's basically like a beeper. And you keep this thing on you at all time. There's only 1,500 of these people in this Boston circle. And it tracks everything you listen to.
It's 2019. It makes zero sense to me. That makes zero sense to me.
What doesn't make sense to you? What doesn't make sense to you?
If that is true.
That's true. I promise you that. That's how ratings are got.
It's like
it's those 1,500 people that are making the decisions.
It's like an electoral vote. Like, it's not the popular vote. You're not getting.
That's a fucking brilliant way to explain.
I'm a brilliant guy, Stiz.
That was fucking great. Yeah, it kind of is because you're not representing everyone.
Right.
Those 1,500 people are representing everybody.
Right.
And we could have just been at a time where some of these, or a lot of these 1,500 people, or some of these 1,500 people that matter, suck.
Right.
They suck.
Right.
And in a year or two, it's going to be a different 1,500 people, and things could have been totally different.
Well, let me ask you this. The people that do have those things, if they're like any regular, everyday person, they have the same 3-4 channels that they go to every day. At some point, what do they hold it for like a full year, a calendar year? What do they get them back and give them to other people at some point?
Yes.
Or do these people
it's not
hold
the same people.
And they just listen to the same channel every day like everyone else does.
It's not the same people. I don't know if you get it for a year, 2 years,
It just sounds
3
crazy
years.
to me that in 2019, that's how you're getting. How? Because it's Nielsen. It works like TV. Like when you're watching TV, they know exactly the exact number of televisions tuned into the Patriots
so
game.
that's what I agree.
They did a 7.3 the other day. 70 something
every fucking radio that's broadcasting, they should be able to get that signal and know.
So how is that different for the radio? I mean, I know you don't work for fucking Nielsen.
I don't know, but I just all I know.
You
is
understand how it makes zero sense to
because like oh yeah, of course, and unfortunately, like you would hear this in my job in meetings with different people. I would hear we would hear things like unfortunately we're programming to the meters. You know what I mean? Which means
crazy.
we are doing tests.
I mean, what the fuck do I know? I'm just saying. That sounds crazy.
We're
from
doing
outside
surveys and trying to figure out what these 1,500 people want to listen to, and we're trying to give them those 1,500 people. And,
But they must have the actual numbers of how many people are tuned in.
I think they might have like the general numbers like that. I just don't know if they track everyone's daily habits,
like if they're staying,
exactly
how long
they're staying for, like all, because that's a lot of fucking data. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So but I don't know if that's how they do it in TV. So
I know, just from
I know they can tell us 17 million people watch the Super Bowl, but I don't know if they can tell you, well, these amount of people, then they turned to channel 38 for 10 minutes and then they came back and then they went here.
I know it's, yeah, that's true. I don't know how long were they on before they clicked over this or that. I know, like the Pats game, this past one with the Chargers, they were saying was
smashed
the all-time record.
New England versus everybody.
But they said it did like a 7-point whatever, which means it's 70% of all households. If you took 100 households
in America,
in the nation, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, this wasn't the Boston numbers. This was the. 70% of TVs were turned on to that channel watching that game.
That's crazy.
Which is obviously next level numbers. That's a
I heard
huge
a little conspiracy, and it was like, as much as we all hear that Goodell hates Belichick and hates the Patriots, could it be possible that they do kind of make sure things happen to favor the Patriots because they know if the Patriots are making AFC championships and if the Patriots are making Super Bowls, way more eyes are going to watch that.
It serves them proper if the Pats are there because, although more people hate
Gun
us.
to your head, you certainly couldn't definitely say, no, that doesn't happen.
Nah. Yeah,
especially
no,
I can that much money and fucking.
I can say I know for a fact that the NFL wants the Pats in it. I don't know if they do shit. I don't think they're out there throwing flags to get them in there. But like out of the 4 teams that's left as of this podcast, they want Breeze versus Brady because that's going to get the most, But I don't know. I just thought that was a crazy way when you were trying to explain the way that they do these meter readings. And there's only 1,500, you said?
1,500 for all of Boston. And like I said, Boston is a fucking huge thing. And it's not just Boston.
That still sounds crazy to me.
Yeah. And then, the other thing too, like the signal wasn't the best, you know what I mean? So like that could, you know what I mean?
Like people in New Hampshire or whatever, it doesn't come in as strong or whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys have two different channels,
Boston,
though, right?
No, not anymore. They did.
They used to, right?
They did, but then they gave 97 to the R&B.
Oh, that's
R&B
right.
Joint. Yeah.
And then the R&B joint got scrapped or no?
No. Well, the company had a merger and another company bought that station, but they didn't dissolve it.
Let me ask you this.
Still going.
Actually, I don't actually know what you can and can't say on your way out and stuff like that. But do you have to, if you can't answer, that's fine. Do you have to sign anything on your way out that says like you can't work for like a competing channel or station or things like that?
I don't think that I have that. I did have to sign some papers.
Because you weren't on air, you were a producer?
Yeah, it wasn't like my show. It wasn't the Stiz Grimy show.
You didn't sign something, you can't produce for so-and-so channel or this or that.
So those are called non-compete clauses.
Non-compete,
and I don't believe I have a non-compete in my...
I didn't want to speak the linguity because we got a lot of dummies listening.
Yeah, no. I don't believe... I would imagine Matty and Nick do. Yeah. Like Matty and Nick, I don't think tomorrow can go work
just
for
pop up on another Boston channel or something.
No, I don't think that can happen. I think they have to wait a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? So,
what you been doing with all your free time?
Dude, I have been jerking off so fucking much,
I was going to set the over. Yo, Jules, I was going to give you over under 3 for the amount of time Stiz been on Pornhub. You got to bang that over. Smash the shit out that over.
Bang that over, son.
Pornhub over 3 times a day for Stiz. Video games, and TV. You're going in. I know it. Without knowing it, I know it.
I have to beat this Red Dead Redemption game. It has to get out of my life, bro. I'm at like 80% done. I just want to beat it so I can not fucking play video games for a little while. Because now I have to.
Is that a thing? Can you beat it?
Yeah. You can beat the story. Yeah. But it's like a 70-hour fucking thing.
Holy shit.
But I'm like 50 in, bro.
But you're going in now because you're like,
bro, I'm in. No, in all seriousness though, I am gonna, I'm working hard and honestly, I feel like I'm in a good position. I made enemies with no one. Everyone, loves me, knows what I bring to the table. You know what I mean? And so yeah, really, like I'm not in a horrible place, and I'm actually able to like kind of take a step back and maybe kind of dictate what I want to do next. You know what I mean?
That's
to
dope.
hopefully, to get myself, and like who knows? Who knows? But I think things will be all right. And like the other first thing I did was I called Danielle. I said, listen, boo, are we going to do this or what? Like, it's now or never. I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. I love you. Like, are we doing this?
Danielle from Hillman Morning Show.
That's exactly what I said to her, man. And then that was her voicemail, so, because she hasn't picked up in months.
she does not answer a Stiz Grimy call, right?
No, but yeah, for real. Like, Greg called me right away, Mike Shue, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go meet with Hillman and
so
talk
the
to him.
AAF family show, tons of love.
That's the fam.
From what you told me off air, pretty much they say, yo, this is not necessarily goodbye. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's up. Keeping all options open right now. You know what I mean?
So that's what it is. Stiz Grimy, free agent.
Free agent. Yeah, man. Everything is love.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And, selfishly, for Stuck on Stuff, Stiz's availability is on smash right now.
Well, I jerk off a lot, like I said, but
we'll
squeeze it in.
Not just for Stuck on Stuff podcast, but just in general, Stiz's availability is on smash right now. If you want to book him for something, anything.
Still will rap for food. Oh, and the other thing too that I didn't say is like who knows? It's just so crazy. It's just so who the fuck knows right now. But like Matty and Nick could end up somewhere else, and that could be with me. That could be without me. Like,
right? Yeah. Anything
like
could
the
happen.
options are endless. Like
this shit literally just happened.
Yeah. Like they came from New York, bro. Like their connections, to like the entertainment industry are deep, bro. You know what I mean? So like. They could fuck around and end up on Sirius XM. Like that's not too much of a stretch. That's really not that much stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
like,
typically
their agent is out in New York. Like he deals with New York
when people have dope shows like that and the show goes away. They don't typically go away forever.
Yeah,
they usually pop back up on something. But I did want to shout out New England Noise Art and Apparel.
What up?
Graphic design services, custom apparel, printing and embroidery, stickers, banners, business cards, and more. Website is newenglandnoise.com. They sponsoring this episode of Stuck on Stuff. Shout out to them. Go check out their shit.
The logo that they did for us.
Yeah, we'll stop putting that on shit.
Yeah, we gotta put that on shit. So what else? Really though, the Surviving R. Kelly thing was
all right, let's get into some stuff,
crazy,
man. We're stuck on stuff. And yo, the shit I was stuck on this week.
Jesus.
This Surviving R. Kelly shit has me so like, when everyone else started talking about it, I wasn't up on it yet. There was only 2 or 3 eps out.
Yeah.
I really dug in this week, and man, I wish I didn't because if you know anything about me, Kells is like my number one. I'm talking non-hip hop. Male artist, he's everything to me, artist-wise.
He's a hit maker, bro.
He's my everything. And just like, man, this shit is tough to watch. Yo,
wow.
He's like, this shit is disturbing, yo.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. Did you see any?
Yeah, I've seen a few apps. I don't know like which ones I've saw, but like I've seen, the stuff when they were talking about the Aaliyah stuff, how,
this shit is disturbing for me, yo.
They forged papers to do that.
I mean, right away on the first app, they're talking about how he just used to post up at the high school and shit.
I know.
And at this point, he was like in his early 30s, because he's like in his 50s now, I believe.
Yeah.
Close to it if he's not already in his 50s.
Yeah, he's mid-50s for sure.
And then by the time you get to the 6th episode, I mean, they're talking about now, like 2018, 2019.
He has a girl.
There's
right
still
now.
girls right now. This parents like, yo, like we haven't seen our daughter in 3 years. She's being held in R. Kelly's
Right
crib.
now.
TMZ actually caught up with a couple of them the other day. And
Yeah, didn't she? I thought I saw like an interview where I thought it was someone from TMZ and it was the girl.
The girl, yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like,
But
it
this the
looked
thing,
like a
it's,
terrorist hostage video,
so they're not
bro.
being held, and this is why people are like, how's he free all these years? So it's this manipulative shit that he does where like
He makes them go on there and say that.
There's no gun to their head. The doors are not locked. These girls can walk away if they want. It's what he does to them from the ground up.
Yes.
And they explain this shit in the video. It's all mind fuckery and it's craziness. This man that we celebrated for this long, and like especially as a huge fan of his, like you hear a lot of people came out, artists that have worked with him, from Gaga to everybody, and say, "Yo, I'm taking my song down. I don't want you guys to fuck with him." I haven't heard from Jay-Z yet.
Oh yeah.
Haven't heard from Jay.
He's got a lot.
Jay-Z has two full length albums called "The Best of Both Worlds," which I love. And
Jigga R. Kelly not guilty.
But it's funny because Nas, I was seeing something before the show that said Nas bets Jay-Z saw underage girls with R. Kelly. An unearthed interview. It's an old Wendy Williams interview.
Okay.
I didn't even play it, so I won't speak on it. But like things are gonna stop coming out now.
Yeah.
And then Kel's tweeted something. Yo, like this shit is a joke, I think. So Kel's like, he was at a club 2 nights ago. My mind's telling me no. And the whole and there's a crowd full of bitches and they love this shit. And like, yo, this is meanwhile, they're like premiering episode 5 of Surviving R. Kelly. He's at a club celebrating his birthday.
I heard girls were chanting, like, kidnap me.
Oh, it's craziness.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fame, bro. That's that celebrity culture we live in, you know?
Ah, man.
But yeah, it is. It's sad. It's sad.
Hells, though. Man.
Yeah.
It was right in front of our eyes. So you got to watch this shit if you haven't watched it. Because if you see all the shit that he's been doing all these years right in front of our eyes, just calling himself the Pied Piper.
Jesus.
I didn't know.
I didn't either. I had no idea what a Pied Piper was.
For those of you that don't
singing
know.
Along
for those that don't know.
All those years.
Charlemagne was trying to put people onto this for a while, I guess. But is it a cartoon or a storybook?
It's a cartoon where a guy plays music to get children to come with him.
Plays the little flute and the little kids, and he basically
children.
lures them out of it. It's like crazy. All this shit is right in front of our eyes. Like,
yep.
And just, man, he's out chilling right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know,
you think anything at all will happen?
There has to be.
You know, there are cops everywhere right now scrambling.
They're
and
looking.
They're talking to everybody.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day,
you have to be able to prove something in court.
If
and
they are over 18, which the ones that
are there now.
Yeah. I don't know what they can do or whatever.
I mean, people are never gonna fuck with R. Kelly. He is never.
Right.
I don't think R. Kelly survives this. Does he survive?
That's what I thought too. And then I started seeing his Instagram, still partying and chilling.
But you're not there. Like, we don't know.
That's true.
I guarantee you his life. Let me see a video. Tell R. Kelly to post a fucking IG of him walking through any mall right now.
No,
let me see the reaction he gets.
With grown men seeing him and shit, and he's not with his entourage, it's probably a rap.
Yeah. And even if not something violently, just people, I guarantee, yelling like, boo, you molested, just, it's
especially
not gonna
now,
be nice.
because it's not all fans now. Now the people that know his name
just the general public.
From watching the shit.
But the only thing that worries me is in this culture of we are so forgetful. Do you know what I mean?
If
this
he dropped a banger tomorrow,
so fucking now I don't know. If he was to drop a banger tomorrow, I don't even know if that's enough. But if he drops a banger 10 years from now,
because that head dude from the radio was like, "Nah, we're not playing him on." anything.
Yeah.
Do you agree, by the way, that they should not play R. Kelly music?
Yes, I do. I agree with that.
Because I'm going to tell you right now.
Because you're giving him money.
I don't know.
Giving him money.
I'm not. This shit is brand new to me. This shit just ruined my life as a fan. But I'm not going to give you a yes or no for that one. What I will tell you though, right, is at the end of every single time I watched Surviving R. Kelly, I swear on everything, I would grab my Xfinity clicker and say R. Kelly, and all 90 of his videos would pop up, and I'd go, "Feeling on your booty," and I'd be drinking, and I'm just banging the songs. I swear to God, I do that shit.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
Definitely, like, yeah. I like. There's a few R. Kelly. I like that song he got with Joe. Joe Button. Clubbing.
Millions.
I love that.
Million songs, million albums that I love.
I I can appreciate that Bump and Grind was a good song, and I can
so
listen
let me put
to
it to
So
in
as
terms
a fan
you would
listening
understand.
to it though, that's different. But a
it was
radio
like-
station is paying
For you, what if it was like Eminem or what's that guy with the guitar that you were doing earlier?
Aaron Lewis.
What if Aaron Lewis did his shit and then you watch the special on him, but they keep saying his name, they're playing his music in the background. Then
I might
you're sipping some
still-
beers at the end of the show. That shit is not like you want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
I
bro.
swear, all his streaming numbers is up, by the way.
They are up. They
100%
are
up. And I
But a
guarantee
lot
you,
of that,
just for
though-
me alone, his Xfinity video numbers is up.
But a lot of that though too is because that whole fucking documentary they were saying he's been leaving clues in the music. It's been in the music all along.
I bet there's a
so
lot of
now
that.
people are
People
fucking
who are unfamiliar.
scouring those lyrics
Yeah.
like
So people who are less familiar with his music or
Even
like,
ones-
I'm familiar with every
I'm familiar
line.
with it too, but I listened to a couple of them. Like, oh shit, wait, what did he say here again? Let me.
Right.
Whoa, shit,
It's
yeah.
crazy
because
putting-
now I'm listening to everything with a different ear.
Right.
You know what I
and
mean?
that special, Surviving R. Kelly, they put a timeline on everything. So they're like, all right, he's getting ready for the Black Panties tour. And I'm like, shit, Black Panties, this only just came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite CD, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, and they're showing you what's happening as this shit was coming out.
Yeah.
And you can they go chronological in the shit, starting with Aaliyah, before Aaliyah, and everything after. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so now your man is possibly getting dragged
man.
into the rug, dragged under the rug,
Jay.
because Nick Cannon sat down with Dame Dash to do an interview, and
Right.
Nick said, you know, hey, about all this R. Kelly stuff that's going on, what about Jay-Z and Foxy Brown? How old was she?
Right, because she
Did
was
you
young
know-
when she was writing for
Are
her.
you
And she was
ready
in the
for-
firm.
Are
and all
you
that.
ready for this, both of yous? The iconic picture of Lil Kim, right, where she's doing that, whatever. She got like the
how
whatever.
old is she?
16.
16? Yeah, that's crazy. Different.
How crazy!
Definitely a
is
different
that?
era too. See, we can't. They couldn't get away with that shit nowadays.
Holy shit!
I also don't think we knew she was 16 back then.
I
and
didn't.
especially-
I was 16.
Well, especially without social medias, they were probably billing her as.
That's what I heard.
Over 18.
I'm like 90% sure I'm right, like because I heard it from
Yeah.
a good source. But
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess there's a chance
Right.
I could be wrong. But yeah, bro,
Wow.
16 in that picture. And yeah,
But look,
Foxy Brown. man.
Britney Spears, like
Yeah.
and the,
Oh, yeah,
You know, it's like
Yep.
when they first come out.
Sex sells. It's been
Sex,
selling
young,
since the beginning of
young,
time.
Like 18, 19, 20-year-old girl. That
And
shit sells.
Come on, bro. Like, what do you think these rappers, these platinum rappers that are that got these young little Rihannas and Nicki Minaj's in the
Right.
studio?
I do think this is gonna start something though.
It might.
It's gonna start something where this shit is, man.
I think Dame is trash though for saying Nick Cannon says, "Yo, how old was Foxy in the you know when she was working with
Yeah.
Jay? And what about Jay and Aaliyah?" And Dame's just on his, "You'll have to ask him," haha, like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
throwing him
yeah.
under the
Calm.
bus a little bit. Like, that
But you
was
see
kinda
how right
trash.
away after this Kel shit, now the first thing that came out, somebody should check on Jay. How old was Foxy?
Yeah.
And then all this thing. I think Kels himself tweeted, unless it was fake. He thinks this shit is a joke apparently, but he's like, "Yo, somebody needs to check Usher too, because we were with the same girl." Like, you know what
No,
I'm saying?
I hope
Like,
that's fake.
Yo, so like, I don't know what's real or fake at this point, but
yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the start of something like how the Me Too shit
Oh,
happened.
this has been the start of
I'm
something.
telling
bro.
you how
it is.
yo,
a
it just
different
takes
climate.
one thing, right? And
Different
every
climate,
single
bro.
day after that, every single person came out saying, "Yo, this dude did this to me and that." This is the very beginning.
Yeah, and we live in a
Granted, nobody's.
cancel
I'm not saying
culture.
all these. That everyone's like Kel, like
No,
Kel,
yeah,
Kels
of
was straight
course,
up on
of
some
course.
like
Pedophile shit.
pedophile shit.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
straight pedophile shit.
Yeah.
He was creeping on girls that were like 13, 14, 15,
Yeah.
telling them to say they was 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Whole different shit. But you know, like you was just saying, rappers and all these dudes on tour, they're in Milwaukee for the night.
Yeah.
They smash a girl. They don't know if she's 19, 20, or 17. They
course.
probably don't even know.
Yeah, no, of course.
Shit happens.
Of course.
All the time, I
Of
guarantee.
course. But so I think us as men, number one, just need to not be scumbags first and foremost.
True.
You know what I mean? But number two, yeah, I mean, we need to be conscious of this, And I want to say this without taking anything away from a woman, but us as men, do need to be just conscious of shit, conscious of how behavior that we think might be completely okay, how might not be taken, being taken the same from a woman. You know what I mean?
sure.
So,
But the one thing
It's
I
a
do
different culture.
The one thing I do agree with though is out of all these last 2-3 decades that he's been putting shit out, all these studio sessions. I mean, he had beds in studios and shit.
Yeah.
All these people that he worked with, people definitely saw
bro,
girls with him that they definitely looked at
this
and was
takes,
like, probably didn't ask their age.
Yeah, this takes a fucking. Yeah. This takes. There are it is not just R. Kelly here that is guilty.
And mad famous people that we know their names and shit have definitely seen girls and they just didn't ask no questions or they kept it moving. There's a lot of his like security or former employees and shit that's on the Surviving R. Kelly. Some have the blank face with the muted up voice like this and shit.
Oh, I didn't get to those.
Yeah. And then they're dropping jewels and shit too.
I believe it.
But at the end of the day, none of them did shit or said shit, so they're all dirt bags too.
And then I saw another thing that I saw when it was really first starting was people saying, you know, shout out John Legend. Oh my God, you're so bold, and to go out and speak against this when, you know, and then John responded like, yeah, man, fuck R. Kelly. Like, he's doing some crazy shit. Fuck him.
And he was the only artist that was on.
And
really
then the producer
that
came out and said, we asked Lady Gaga, Jay-Z, Dave Chappelle. They all turned them down. And I've seen a lot of people, oh man, what the fuck, Dave Chappelle, you're just as guilty. What the fuck, Jay, if you're not willing.
You don't know what kind of documentary they're making.
Exactly.
You don't know. Don't put your name on some shit.
Exactly.
I guarantee John Legend seen the entire footage before he gave his
I'm pretty sure, because it's the girl Dream Hampton who produced this, and I'm pretty sure her and John are cool. I think he actually might even be a partner in it.
Okay.
To be honest.
There you go.
So yeah, exactly.
There's not a person in the world that would throw their name on something or their likeness or anything.
Yeah, so you cannot fault the people who chose not to be involved. You know what I mean? So but yeah, it's crazy.
On some fan shit, it makes it tough for me now to bang Kells in public.
Oh, or
like
totally
in my
different.
whip if there's other people there, like crazy.
You cannot listen to R. Kelly the same way anymore. You can't, bro. You can't.
I just got to be alone at the crib.
Yeah,
when it's R&B time, and that's it. And the shit is just, I don't know, it's just weird, yo. Yeah. It's weird.
It's this cancel culture that we live in too. Like, you know, people want to like ostracize people from fucking, you know, like get them out of here, like you know. And sometimes that happens
whack because in this particular case, he deserves it.
But there are other times,
and I'm just having a hard time with that.
Yeah.
But he fucking deserves the shit
for sure.
Crazy. I mean, you know, most of the shit like you was just saying. They all don't deserve that shit.
Some, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Harvey Weinstein deserves to be, yeah.
You talking pedophile shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They certainly went in on people.
I'm just telling you the truth that for me personally, this shit is like having a difficult time. Like, I play his music. I'm
totally
like,
relatable.
I fucking love his music.
That's a crazy position to be in.
Mad
and
weird,
honestly,
man.
I don't think that there's ever been a time, like you said it so perfectly, you cannot listen to R. Kelly in public the same way anymore.
Yeah,
and
weird.
I can't think of any other example of that.
And it's crazy
I really can't.
Because the MJ shit never really hit that like peak that it, you know what I'm saying? Like
supposedly a documentary about him is about to come out now.
There you go. Maybe enough time has passed where people can do it. You know how we were saying Kells was doing all this shit right in front of our face?
Yeah.
Come on, MJ was doing this shit in front of our fucking face.
I don't know. Listen, I've watched and read some shit on that, and a lot of those kids are now saying that their parents like told them to say shit. And if you really,
I believe that too, though.
Yeah, if you really read some of that shit, yeah, like, you know, the parents were cool until they weren't getting money, and then they were like, he touched me. So
you could believe, with all the billions of people in the world, that there was a one guy that just happened to sing mad good, whatever, that was like, thought he was a fucking little kid. And he was probably asexual at that, by the way. I don't even think he ever had sex, by the way. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think he fucked, girl, boy, anything.
Yeah.
That's just me.
It was
but
weird.
I would, obviously, if there was a real shit coming out on him, a real documentary, I'd be all over that.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it for sure. I'm going to watch it for sure. I just can't say one way or the other, like, you know. I just know that there's more to the story than what people always... I'm not going to say, MJ was a pedophile, because I don't know if I'm rocking with that, you know?
Just while we're quickly on the R&B topic, I want to thank you for the last episode when you brought to my attention how I didn't know this is beyond me. The Dream dropped a 40...
Oh, yeah.
40 track album.
It's fire.
It's the best shit I've heard in years.
I gotta go.
Put it like this: it's 40 tracks. It's 2.5 hours worth of real R&B.
Yeah.
Not one rapper on the shit, which is key for me. Not one fucking rap.
A lot of crazy melodies and
the entire shit. I have not skipped a song. 40 tracks, hit play, boom,
good.
Drive.
What's the name of it? Do you know?
Be at the crib. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Menage a Trois.
Okay.
But there's like 1s and 2s and 3s on the shit. It's called Menage a Trois. You just put Dream on your shit.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yo,
I still got to peep the Chris Brown one that he did that.
That shit was like 50-something tracks. Yeah. So now you're 90 tracks behind.
Yeah.
You got to get up on this shit. You
got a good trip to New York.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, so right before the show, I heard Netflix is upping the subscription price. Did you hear that?
Yeah, honestly, and I'm thinking about I might be out. I don't know.
Well, it depends.
Thinking about it.
And I knew this was coming at some point. You can't keep it that low, knowing everyone is using each other's passwords and all this shit.
And they're doing they're making so much original. They just spent $700 million to keep Friends.
I know they're giving away all these millions to like stand-up acts and shit too. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
They gotta pay for that somehow.
Did you hear what the price would be?
I think it's $13.99. It's going up from like $11.99 to $13.99. So like $2.
They got that.
$2-3.
I could see less than 1% of people.
Yeah, but this is
leaving
already
for
like
that.
the third time now, like that I've been here for this. You know what I mean? Like I was at $8.99, and then I got an email saying, "Hey, we're going to $9.99," and then I got an email saying, "Hey, we're going to $11.99." Now I'm getting this email. You know what I mean? Like, well, when does it stop?
See, I don't get those emails because I use somebody else's password. Shout out to them. But you like that, Jules? Jules laughing because he does that same exact shit. Probably.
No, that's the move. That's the move.
But I do think at some point they're gonna do away with that shit too. It's not just about the bread; it's about getting people to stop using people's passwords.
Yeah, they could do that. They could have it like so. I don't know how could they do that.
You got me, kid. But
yeah, they could definitely do that.
There is ways because I know
they can make it so only one device could use that account at a time.
Right. So I have WWE Network, which works the same exact way. It's just an app on your smart TV. And I believe I can't be on more than like 2 things at the same time.
I got UFC Fight Pass, and it's like the same thing.
Or if you leave if you're not under your own Wi-Fi, like you leave the crib or whatever, it'll cut off. Or some shit like that. I don't know how this shit works.
They can do it though. They can do it. Believe that.
But yeah, I'm not happy about that, even though I personally don't pay that bill. But
speaking of shows, True Detective is out on HBO.
I haven't seen it yet.
So lit, bro.
So
lit.
Check it out. Everybody says that this shit looks fire,
people
right?
Are watching it. Yeah.
I watched
good crime show.
Oh wait, I watched them both. Season 1, amazing.
Yeah, it was the best.
I watched season 2 or most of it and thought that shit was so whack. I don't even know if I finished it.
So everyone, basically that's the way it is. Everyone thinks season 1 was amazing.
Right.
Everyone thinks season 2 sucks. And then,
So 3, even they knew that when they came back, it had to be craziness.
And that's what,
Who's in this one? Anyone I would know?
I don't even know how to say his name. Marshall Ali. He's the black actor.
Yeah. My man was talking about him.
He is so
I know
good.
you're talking about.
He's so good.
People love that dude.
And the dude, the bad vampire from like Blade 2 or whatever.
I don't know that shit.
Steven Dorff or some shit.
I don't know that
It's
shit.
awesome. 2 episodes premiered last Sunday night. It is fucking back to its roots. It's like dark. It's fucking
I'll have to hop on that fire stick.
It's and everyone, obviously for the next couple months, it's going to be, all right, who's the killer? Who is the killer? The theories are crazy. Some people have like crazy theories. So it's ill. I like it like where me and a whole bunch of people are watching the same thing at the same time.
Dope.
Trying
to be live with something.
Yeah.
See, I'm never live with something like.
Dope.
I had to go back for Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I actually caught up to the point where I was live on the final season, the final 6 episodes.
Well, you're live on
which I'm
WWE.
trying to do. I'm trying to do that now with Shameless.
Yeah.
Where I'm banging them out now, and I'm hoping to be live
They're
on
up
that
to
final
like, what,
season.
6 or something?
7 or 8 or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so
I remember when that first started.
I do want to be live with that.
Yeah, True Detective is ill, and it's only 2 hours for you to catch up before Sunday. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I should fuck with that.
Super easy. So, fucking True Detective, awesome.
Super Bowl, they finally announced the halftime performers because they were having issues getting it.
Yeah, well, because, people were saying for rappers not to do it.
Well, because who did they invite? They were all turning it down. Rihanna turned it down.
Cardi B, I believe, turned it down.
A lot of people turning it down because of the whole the NFL stance on
the Colin Kaepernick shit.
On the kneeling and shit, because they receive $50,000 per game from the national defense.
Cancel culture, baby.
Anyway, so
we're canceling the NFL.
Maroon 5, I believe, said they would do it.
Well, that was the rumor that Maroon 5 and Travis Scott were going to do it.
Travis Scott and Big Boy of Outkast, I believe, are going to be somehow involved in Maroon 5's set.
Yeah. And then I thought I read maybe that they're going to donate their fee for that to...
Oh, is that what it is? Because...
I thought I read that Travis Scott is going to take the fee that he would make from that and donate it to like a Colin Kaepernick type fucking.
I didn't know that part of it because
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that headline.
I forget which radio host it was, national one, not in Boston, but somebody was just. Damn, I just seen it earlier today. Somebody was calling them both suckers and sellouts and this and that for doing this shit.
Yeah.
After everyone turned it down and then they did it. But Big Boy said that and Travis or just one of them?
I think I saw Travis Scott says he will, donate.
You would think Big Boy would be the smarter out of the two.
Well, it might not be Big Boy's check to give. Like, Trav might be breaking him off. You know what I mean? Like, Trav might be his special guest. I mean, yeah, Big Boy might be Trav's special guest.
Colin Kaepernick denies that Travis Scott consulted him about Super Bowl. I don't know if it's got to be along the same lines, but I don't know. I don't think.
Do you think?
I think they should have stuck with it and just not done the shit. I mean, it's
a hip hop act.
It's easy to say that shit when you're not getting a Super Bowl check.
Perform at the Super Bowl.
But if you're somebody that already has a check and you're in a position to do that shit, you gotta
not necessarily.
You can't do that.
Do you think that the Patriots win and go against the Chiefs?
Last week, I gave you a definite yes against the Chargers. I was 100% thought we was gonna smash them. Not by as many as we did, but I thought we would smash them. This week, I'm not as confident. I'm not as confident, but I actually do think we win, and I think it's Drew Brees, Tom Brady.
Wow.
But
crazy.
Drew Brees versus Mahomes would be
just
crazy.
As good for you, yeah.
But it won't be just as good for me. I need Brady in there.
Yeah.
But if we are going to lose, I want to lose now. I don't want to lose in the Super Bowl. Because I don't want to hit. I have to I can't go online. I can't look at people.
2 years in a row.
Can't be around people that hate Patriots.
Hit,
I hate that shit.
That'd be a bad hit. Yeah. So what else? New year. Starting the new year off right, man. I lose my job. Fuck.
Fucking, so the people don't do the Super Bowl, that kind of, because fuck Trump, and that kind of leads into Trump.
What did he do?
He gave fast food out at the fucking
Clemson?
White House. Weirdo, man. Yeah. I don't know what this guy's deal is.
He's so crazy.
Nuts. I don't know. Imagine you like...
Government still shut down.
You get to go to the White House.
Shutdown ever.
You get to go to the White House, and you walk in, and it's like 2 or probably 3 hour cold like Big Macs and fries.
And the worst part about
there.
it is that they gave you one dipping sauce for like a box of 20 nuggets.
In the White House.
One dipping sauce for 20 nuggets. That math don't add up.
He's a big boy. I heard all he eats is fast food and shit.
Yeah, he does. That is really.
And I heard someone say that it stemmed from, even though it's just that he's a fat fuck, but they're trying to say that it stems from him being scared that people are gonna poison him. Did you ever hear that?
I did hear
so
something
that he
like
likes
that.
hitting the drive-thru because they don't know who it is and shit.
Yeah. I did hear that before.
I heard something like that.
Like when he was first running, I remember hearing that. Yeah. Who knows if that's like 1,000% the truth?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything. Situation from Jersey Shore.
Went to jail.
The Sitch, free Sitch. He got sentenced
to T-shirts, free Sitch.
Yeah, I seen that on. Was it Bastu that had him?
Yeah, someone had him.
8 months for tax evasion. The Sitch, free to Sitch.
Damn.
I always hated Sitch in those first few seasons. Such a fucking d-bag. Yeah. It's hard to hate somebody that like went sober and like trying to do the right thing now. But now they gotta go.
He was a gooba a lot of the time though.
He was such a herb.
Oh Jesus.
Major herb.
Yeah, so.
Still is a herb.
Yeah.
I still watch the show.
Those taxes though, bro, can't fuck with the tax, man.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit. Whenever I hear that, I always think people are so dumb. Like,
yeah,
that's an easy one to pay your shit.
It definitely is, right? When it's black and white like that. But there are times, right, when say you're someone like the situation, right? Let's just say, and you make, I don't know, between 1 and 10 million a year, and you do your taxes. At that point, you have an accountant. The accountant comes to you and says, "Yo, listen."
Which he probably didn't have.
Who knows?
Because he was a retard.
Yeah. So, but this could happen. The accountant comes to you and says, "Yo, listen, you have to pay $6 million. You have $10 million. You have to pay $6 million to taxes. Right. You have to hand over more than half of your fucking money, right? But I think I have this little thing where we can hide $3 million of that, so you only have to give half. All right. I think I found a way to hide it. Mm-hmm. Now you have a choice, bro. Do you just say, you know what? No fucking. I know you don't rip off tax man. I'm just gonna give over the $6 million, right. Or do you, fuck with your accountant? You're like, fuck, I don't know, dog. I ain't trying to give half of my fucking money.
Right.
So I'm sure shit like that happens where, and I'm not necessarily saying that I do it. I'm just saying where it's not just as cut and dry as
And the other thing is,
hand it over.
The other thing too is. I don't know if this is public knowledge. This is snuck knowledge from watching TV. Major cokehead. Those first few seasons, because he's coked up.
Situation.
Sniffing pills. You could tell every time he's completely wasted on coke and shit. Ronnie's been doing mad coke on the recent episodes. That's
really
very obvious to me.
Jesus.
But
those are bold accusations.
Yeah, nah.
He's doing mad coke. I'm just letting you know right now. Yeah, we're gonna get a lawsuit from the fucking Jersey Shore.
These are facts only.
Jesus.
These are facts only. But this is the type of kid who, especially those first 5-6 years, so you get booked for a club appearance.
Hell yeah, they were killing it.
Yo, a lot of that shit is like the manager or the promoter, boom, here's an envelope of cash in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to claim it.
All this shit.
Yeah.
And you don't know what he knows, what he doesn't know about tax. Complete retard, this kid.
Yeah. Who knows?
But the regular shit that's on paper from MTV and shit, you don't just
yeah.
go fucking H&R Block that shit at the end of the year.
Listen,
I don't understand that one.
He either did something malicious or he, just isn't bright. I would have to, if I had to take a guess, I would say that he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
I just think he's not bright.
I don't know. I don't believe that. Because I think if he really, I didn't know, I made an honest mistake, he would be screaming that from the fucking rooftops. You know what I mean? He wouldn't just be like, all right, man. Because he's kind of taking it like,
because it wasn't
like, I'm going to do my time. I'm going to do 8 months.
Maybe he was evading all those taxes while he was so fucked up and drinking and drugging and all that shit.
For sure.
Thought that shit would never catch up to him, but they always say that shit. Well, Uncle Sam, that shit.
Death and taxes, baby.
Yeah, that shit catches up.
You're always going to be definite, yo.
Facts only.
So, yeah, man, wrapped up. That's
Stiz Grimy gets fired.
Yep.
Stuck on stuff
all day. Stuck on stuff on everything.
Smash the over on Pornhub.
Yes.
3 or more.
Follow us on social media. All that bullshit. I think we got a cool guest coming up, right? Working on a cool guest.
Yeah, we got a couple of cool ones, but I've had a couple random ones reach out to me. Jason just reached out to me. He wanted to come. He got a new album. Check out Jason's
guy in hip hop.
Yo, Jason's a scary dude. Yo, his album's out right now. Slain on the first song. Yo, the whole fucking album is a banger. Jason gets it in.
Special teams, man. La Coca.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Check that shit out.
That's the dude. I can't wait to sit down with him. I actually think he was like the first, like kind of like major Boston rapper that I saw at the Middle East. It was like right after I did No Turning Back with Rose Glen and I saw Jay and I was like, what up, Jason? Like, what up, man? And he was like, yo, Stiz, what up, man? Like, yo, I fuck with that joint. And I probably even tweeted about it. I probably tweeted it back then like a herb. Like, yo, at Jason just said like my song's good, Yeah, man.
Crazy. I got a similar story about him. Jason's the man, yo.
Yep. All right, man. Stuck on stuff on everything. I'm fired. I got a lot of time. Follow me on Xbox. Stizzy Borden.
He said Xbox. Loser. Fucking loser.
Stiz Grimy on everything.
Superstar Snuck on everything.
And we out. Peace.
Peace.